Ladies and gentlemen, this is a kickboxing contest, and it's scheduled for 3 rounds in the Shamrock FC lightweight division. Introducing to you first, on my right, fighting out of the FM Roofing blue corner. A kickboxer that stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighed in at 157.2 pounds. Fighting out of Marion, Illinois, Arvin. Across the cage, his opponent tonight fighting out of the first form red corner. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. He weighed in at 153.2 pounds. Fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Calvin Williams.
Referee Tim Francis has the call for this contest. Calvin Williams in the red tape, Arvin Mills in the blue, touch of the gloves. Arvin is a very loose fighter.
Yeah, I mean, the immediate thing that I notice here is, Calvin's very light on his feet here, on his toes, moving, and Arvin's a little bit heavier on his feet. Coming forward there, though. See Calvin trying to work that jab, and Arvin coming forward, inside leg kick there, outside leg kick. It's what you expect. You see Arvin just, closing the distance, getting inside.
Yeah, really trying to use, but Calvin Williams really trying to use that jab, using that longer reach.
Yeah, great job by Arvin to go to the body here. Calvin comes up high with the kick.
Good moves there by Arvin Mills. Little smile coming out of Calvin Williams. Big knee.
Oh, just misses. These guys are scrapping right now.
Both of these guys throwing hammers.
And you can see, Arvin holding those hands low, not afraid to eat a shot, but, coming forward, big smile. Kind of taunting with those hands a little bit. Calvin has to be careful. You can't stand there on one foot and leave a leg up in the air.
Mills pushing forward here. Both of these guys just smiling away.
Seem to be having a lot of fun in here. This is a very fun matchup here. Kind of a contrast in styles. You see Arvin throwing with a lot of power, a little bit flatter on his feet, coming forward. Calvin lighter on his feet, really moving, circling.
Yeah, Calvin is doing a good job here of setting up the combos. Little spinning back kick there, though, by Arvin. Answers with the right.
Arvin is finding a lot of success. He's been working that body. He's had a lot of good counters. Just coming forward, not afraid of Calvin's power at all.
10 seconds in this first round of a 3-round contest.
See Calvin comes
back. Big shots to the body by Mills.
Body shot. That was a beautiful first round of striking. Just back and forth, Jeremy. I truly do not know who I would give that to.
After tonight's main event, you can join us downstairs at the Bottleneck Blues Bar for the official Shamrock Fighting Championships after party. Your ticket to tonight's event gets you in absolutely free. We'll keep the party.
So now here, if you are in the corner here of Arvin Mills, you found success with the body shots. What are you telling him?
I'm going to tell him, keep pumping that jab, but circle, circle, circle. He did get caught a few times moving backwards because as Arvin's closing the distance and moving forward, he's throwing with a lot of power. But if you circle, you can create that angle and maybe avoid some of those shots. So, pump that jab, keep that jab out there, circle, circle, circle. If I'm in Arvin's corner, more of the same.
Yeah.
He found a lot of success closing that distance, getting inside, really turning this into a fight. He had a lot of great counters. That was a great round by both of them. Arvin probably actually, as we're talking about it, probably did edge that one out. But it was very, very close.
Very close. Mills coming back in. Again, working that body.
Yep.
Answered back up top there from Calvin Williams. Oh, big shots.
Just a lot of power by Arvin. Oh!
That was low. Arvin knew it. Calvin jumped into it.
It's timing. That was timing. They're both throwing knees at the same time. Calvin kind of jumps. It was just the scramble. You hate to see that. Let's look at the replay here.
Yeah, let's take a look here on the instant replay. Now, big shot there from Mills. Body, looking for that knee coming in here. right up because Calvin Williams was coming up from it.
You know, at the end of the day, you know, that was a very clean shot, and thankfully Calvin has 5 minutes, but that one was...
That was a tough one.
That was a tough one, man. That was a lot of power coming through that knee. We'll see how he recovers here. Obviously unintentional, but... Yeah,
absolutely. Calvin Williams will get 5 minutes to recover. That's the smartest move, is to get up and move.
Start moving, start moving. He's breathing, breathing. He's doing the right things.
Yes.
You know, he's doing the right things. You know, believe it or not, sometimes the more direct ones, while they do hurt, they kind of go away faster.
Yes, exactly.
Than sometimes a graze or something.
Calvin Williams got the look in his eye now.
He's got the look of a man possessed.
Exactly. Oh,
ooh,
touches him on the chin with those big, long legs.
Oh.
Beautiful uppercut by Mills.
Yeah, you know, that little downtime there, you don't know how sometimes a fighter's going to respond, and they're both ready.
Both of these fighters doing a great job, though, of very skilled combinations.
Yeah, and right there you saw Arvin throw a big shot, miss. That's because Calvin took he took a side step. He cut an angle, and that's what you have to do. You have to circle. You can't go straight backwards. There's a lot of back and forth between these guys. They are
really
just letting it fly. Oh, that knee landed on the chest. Inside leg kick. And, you know, I think Arvin really felt that. You see he's kind of backing up a little bit now.
Oh, big right hand, though.
This is the first we've actually seen Arvin really back up.
Down to 1 minute and 47 seconds left here in the round.
You know, I say that, and then Arvin just starts coming right back.
Well, Arvin Mills is as tough as they come. He's one of those guys who will fight anyone, anytime, anywhere.
Yeah. You know, he's keeping his mouth open. He's breathing real heavy through that mouth, but he's kind of been doing that the whole time. I don't know if that's just his style or what, but, you know, he might be getting tired here. He's got to keep that mouth closed.
Oh, big right
shot. We need a little more head movement from Calvin. That was a beautiful leg kick there. He's coming forward.
Oh, that one to the chest, set him
nice
backwards.
Angle there by Calvin, and then he counters immediately. Nice head movement.
Williams is doing a great job here, as you said, playing the angles.
Yes. Man, you want to talk about high-level striking? That's what we're seeing here right now, Jeremy. Both of these guys are letting their hands go, throwing combinations, creating angles. They're both fighting to their strengths.
Tough round to call. How do you see it?
Man, you know, for the sake of argument, we might be able to call that one 1-1. Give that one to Calvin. He really did gain a lot of momentum throughout that round.
So let's take a look here. Yeah, let's take a look here at our instant replay. That right hand found a home very quickly, kind of stunned Williams. Answers right back with that leg kick, though. Starts to chop down that front leg. If you can take away the front leg, you have taken away the base.
Yeah, you take away your opponent's ability to really counter and move and explode. So it's a very strong technique. You know, especially as the longer fighter, you also have longer legs. It makes it easier to, you know, to throw those strikes.
Third and final round here.
So let's see how these guys respond in this third round.
Calvin Williams in the red tape, Arvin Mills in the blue, Jeremy Johnson along with Adam Meredith tonight.
Neither one gave up an inch. They both took the center, and they're fighting for it. Ooh, Calvin really coming for beautiful head movement.
Both of these guys want this bad.
And see, now we're seeing Calvin really circle, create corner or create angles, but Arvin just coming forward.
Yeah, Mills fights linear. He fights back and forth. Where Calvin Williams is playing the angle game amazingly. That step off there was great. Right there again.
Beautiful footwork here. Oh my God, you can tell he's really been working in the gym. But the pressure with Arvin is unbelievable. He's just coming forward, throwing with a lot of power. You know, he's moving his head as he's coming forward too. So he's not eating a lot. I mean, he will eat some shots, but not like he would if he wasn't moving that head.
Williams has done a ton of work with the church, with modern combat systems, splitting some time between the gyms, and he is really finding a home for that. Mills, though, again, pushing forward with that 1-2 combo. Down to 1 minute remaining here in the fight.
Ooh, nice fake there by Calvin with the inside leg kick followed by the big 2.
Mills finding some hammers.
It might come down to this last, 40 seconds here. who's able to finish strong. Nice time knee there.
Big shot to the body from Williams.
So that was deflected. Arvin, he's able to block that. You know, it doesn't feel good on the forearm, but it's better than on the
not.
ribs.
20 seconds remaining. Oh, that leg kick found a home.
Oh, nice.
Mills backing him into a corner.
Yeah, Calvin can't sit here on the cage like that. He needs a circle. You know, both these guys are exhausted. You know, you can see it's a little more apparent on Arvin's face. He's ready. We got 10 seconds,
Back
12
in,
seconds.
10 seconds. Oh!
Oh. Let's see if these guys just let him fly.
Mills throwing to finish. Williams answers right back.
Wow.
Beautiful fight.
What a showing by both of these fighters. I say it all the time, I'm a broken record, but I'm truly happy I am not a judge.
Yes, this is an incredibly close fight.
Both of those guys left it in the cage. I mean, they were hitting each other.
Yeah,
They're hitting each other with a lot of power.
Yeah, there was a lot of volume in the strikes. There was also a lot of very accurate fights on both sides.
Yeah.
Mills did a little more bullying. Williams did a little more technical striking with the angles.
Yeah, so that's where it gets difficult. You know, it's what is the judge looking for, because obviously Arvin did a beautiful job pressing, coming forward, landing a lot of great shots. But man, those angles that Calvin was cutting were beautiful, man. So inside
as we look here,
there.
yeah, last 5 seconds of the fight. Williams again using that long reach there. Mills answering right back though.
Yeah.
What a crazy fight, ladies and gentlemen. I would hate to be a judge because this one could go any way, shape, or form. Let's send it up to the cage to Joe Parisi to give us our results.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the conclusion of our 3 scheduled rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for your official decision. All 3 judges see this one the same way. Your winner this evening was fighting out of the blue corner, Arvin Mills.
That's a tough one. But you know, Arvin really poured it on that last round. You know, he really pushed the pace, and sometimes even when you are cutting angles and you are circling, it can be viewed as moving backwards if you're not landing enough damage with it in particular.
Exactly. Damage is the main thing that it's judged upon.
Right.
And Mills had a lot of hefty shots to the body.
Yeah, you know, Arvin definitely landed the heavier of the shots, both to the body and up top, you know.
Riding a 3-fight win streak now.
That's got to feel good.